3 large secrets, which is fun. And we are starting at vanilla too, so this could be very interesting depending on what's down this staircase. And it's pretty tame.
Yeah.
Just a knock.
Yeah, they'll easily be able to get to that staircase later once they have the recorder. Once they just come back after death, toot the flute and see what's in there. So that's at least one location they can get later. A little bit of a different color palette on SassageLink. Looks like a little yellower than Caracarn.
One great thing about the start screen though, it's right next to the 3 armors. And those are pretty powerful in this sword, the set.
Ooh, 51 for the meat. That's good if a bait block is required. Oh, we have a bow.
That is a interesting starting item. I wouldn't say it's great because we have to A, find arrows, and B, we need to get money. But it'll be interesting to see how that plays out. It's nice to have, but there are some better starting items, I would say.
Yeah, that's an item that you would think right away, oh, that's a great item, but it's only good if you have something to fire with it. Otherwise, it's not really that good.
Well, not just that, but we've seen time and time again how important money can be in these seeds. If we have to buy keys or buy hints or stuff like that, that bow's going to drain our resources pretty quickly if we have to depend on it.
Absolutely correct. And we are getting some looks at, or a look rather, at the Lost Hills right now, the north of the Lost Hills. Caracarn during a screen scroll to get through without having to do the up 4 maze. $6 bombs. Pretty good price.
Yeah, I'll take that. Darkness in the overworld, so that looking like our wizards will be beneath.
So we have a horrible sea coming up. Good to know.
Well, we are playing with the possibility of first or second quest dungeons, so they can be all first, all second, or kind of a mix of the two. We don't know that until we actually go into a dungeon, though.
Exactly. We'll see what kind of... We've seen some really interesting layouts. Just a couple seeds I've already called, and these brackets have been over 2.5 on a couple already, just in the first week or so of brackets. And some of these dungeons can be really, really complex, really, really difficult to navigate. And we found level 1.
And that is looking like a first quest level 1. So that means levels 1 through 6 will all be first quest. We don't know what levels 7 through 9 are going to be yet.
Yep, it is looking like, based on these first 2 rooms, that is correct. It looks like it probably is a 1 to 6. So we'll
it has
find
to be
out.
Because first quest level 1 has to have 3 spots in the bottom. For second quest level 1 would only have 2.
Yeah, that's right. And go ahead.
I was going to say, Caracarn can actually go further in. Usually level 1 can be kind of key blocked at the start. Quick Triforce also.
A free Triforce on the ground to lull a false sense of security. This is going to be a good scene.
Kind of surprising, though, to not see many key blocks yet. Level 1 being a little friendly.
It looks like he may not want to actually deal with this locked door right now. He may want to hold on to that key. Well, we know where the Triforce is, so we don't need that compass that badly.
Nice job, though, about bombing the keys. Getting... Oh, he has to pick up the Triforce to progress now. Unless the tech says no to him.
Yeah, he says no, you're making another...
At least it's right next to the start, so it's not that big of a deal.
Nope, only 2 screens.
Yeah, level 1 is one of those dungeons that tends to be a little on the key-heavy side. A lot of key doors, just because there's so many choke points early on. So he could bomb up here, or he could go to the right and see what's that way.
We found the arrows. They cost 95 rupees if the silvers are very deep and we need those arrows for anything. I'm taking a look at the warp roads right now. One of the warp roads goes right up to the secret spot in the corner, and then another one takes us down near the spot near the lower left in the Lost Hills. So one other goes right down to the lower left corner. So 2 of the Eddy roads actually in the 2 corners, and the other 2 Eddy roads are close to one of those corners. I like the fact that it goes across the world like that, but other than that, yeah, not that good.
Here's the level 1 we all know and love. A lot of key doors showing up now. So we failed to mention what our lovely red bubbles that we see Caracarn dealing with do. Why don't we tell us about those, Cyclone?
Yeah, those lovely, lovely red bubbles do a thing that I absolutely hate. They mess up your controls. So if you happen to touch one of those lovely, beautiful red bubbles, you're going to find that your left key goes right, your right key goes left, and so on and so forth.
So, one thing of note, we just saw a potential push block blocked by some Pole's voice. Now, we have our bow, but we don't have arrows, so we can't take it out with arrows. But we don't have a wand, so we can't even melee them either. Those are the only 2 items that will be able to take out this Pole's Voice. So it'll be interesting what's behind that staircase if we have to come back to it. And Sausage actually finds his candle near the vanilla blue ring shop.
You did. I always found it interesting that you can't use bombs on the Pole's Voice, but yet bombs are the only thing you use beside on the Wizard. It's kind of interesting how certain enemies have some different kill possibilities to them that you can't use, and others don't work on the same enemy.
Caracarn choosing to use his bombs on these Tektites. I'm probably going to try to get both these other 2 with just 1 bomb shot.
Yeah, it looks like he's trying to. He didn't get either. Got him that time. There's
oh, well, hello. There's a wand. So I would say that's 3 bombs well spent, I would say.
Yeah, that is a very well spent 3 bombs. And at 6 rupees for a 4-pack, that's easy to replace too. So not bad at all.
Well, now we can go back to those Pole's Voice and check what's underneath the staircase, because now we can actually kill him.
Yep. And that'll probably be our second item at this point.
Ashton, I think that's how I pronounce it. Yes, this is a first quest level 1, so yes. Level 1 will be the shape of an eagle, basically.
Correct, and because it is first quest, whereas in the second quest, level 4 is our 2-item dungeon, level 1 is in the case of first quest. So we are looking for that second item, which the Pole's Voice probably are guarding.
So while it's fantastic to have that wand, I can't speak, I'm sorry. While it's fantastic to have that wand early, that's not going to help us with Wizards, so that could still be a combat issue. We'll see what happens with them when we find them, see if they have some combat blocks. But definitely nice to have the combat of the wand, only 5 minutes in.
Caracarn trying to figure out where to go here, I think. I think he's just trying to remember where the Pole's Voice room was. Probably may have forgotten exactly what location it's in. So I think he's just trying to make his way back there. He's going in the right direction now, though, and well, that's the bubbles, actually.
Yeah, there's literally a room above this.
Yeah, it's the one above. I forgot there was a locked door under that room, so you have to push this block, I believe, to get through, and there you go.
Now, I believe this is going to be our item because he has checked every other room here. So as long as he doesn't die to the bunnies, he'll see what his second item in level 1 is.
There's some hands there, too. Some grabby grabs, I like to call them.
I hate those things. But he gets reverse controlled, which is no fun when you're trying to dodge bunnies.
Or wall masters, too.
Alright, so this room here with the 5 rabbits should be our second item.
Of course, you have to hit him dead on like you would with the sword. You can't just hit him with the magic from afar. You have to hit him dead on. Oh, there's level 3 for SassageLink.
This is also another good level to find early. It tends to be pretty small. Item usually tends pretty quickly. And you can pretty much bomb anywhere as long as it's adjacent to where you are. So level 3 is another one of those good small dungeons to find quick.
Caracarn is still working on the bunnies. One more to go here. It's down. Push the staircase. Here comes the item. The item today is the magical key. That's a great level 1. Rod and magical key. That's the type of combination you would see in 9 and you would cry for the rest of the seed. But in level 1, it's a great place to find them.
It's fantastic to have the any key 8 minutes in. Resource management is usually a huge deal, but to get that out from underneath your belt is fantastic.
So we're kind of hoping at this point SassageLink finds level 1 soon, so he can also get that any key. It's going to be a very interesting, very quick race to be able to get through all those key doors, provided the combat isn't that heavy.
Now, we still don't know where our ladder is, we still don't know where our silver arrows are. So there's still a lot of possibility in the seed that it might not be as friendly as it looks right now.
Yeah, that's the thing about randomizer seeds of many different types, not just Zelda 1, but of many different types. The seed that looks friendly can bark in a hurry.
Nice triple bomb on those Vires. Gets a heart container for his shovels.
Got a free pack from one of the Vires there as well. I like that. So it has 7 bombs ready to go here.
And while we have a little bit of running, we'd like to give a quick shout out to our tracker behind the scenes today, Azrin, for stepping in, helping us out behind the scenes. We really appreciate it.
Yes, we would be lost without the tracking services of the people clicking the buttons. So I've done the tracking for myself when I first started volunteering. Not an easy job, trust me.
Now, Sausage has found the item here in level 3. Just a matter of, can he get there? Well, we know he can get there. It's just a matter of, can he actually execute the clip here? A little bit of trouble with all these bubbles plus inverted controls. Man, I can't talk to them.
Caracarn found a gambling location, decided to take a play and won 49 rupees out of it. So that worked out well. Then he got another 26 from one of the secret.
This last rope is just giving him a headache.
Yeah, that's definitely a good way to put it. Tried dropped the bomb and the bubble pushed him and it did nothing to the rope.
Tried to despawn the rope, but it just decides to come back and taunt him a second time. Gets a nice clip though, gonna be able to see what his item is, and the item in level 3 is the power bracelet. So that's actually a pretty good pickup.
He got clipped by a red bubble on the way, so he's under inverted controls right now too.
Well, there's a blue right outside, so that's not gonna stop him for too long.
That's right. Oh, he's gonna continue. I guess he'll just go find the normal way here.
Well, once he gets that Triforce, it'll take away the curse anyway, so it's not that big of a deal.
Oh, you're gonna see a bomb upgrade. That's a 6 bomb upgrade.
Very nice. And then promptly gets hit by another bubble.
Yeah.
I gotta say, I hate these the bubbles myself. They're really awful.
Yeah, they are nasty. I've never liked the bubbles, even with the sword being the restriction, but mess up your controls. That's the kind of thing Oh, that's a bad sword to the gut for a SassageLink. Takes a bit of a painful nap there.
Yeah, so those Selfish are basically Lionels now. They telegraph kind of like Lionels do. Those swords still do 2 hearts of damage, so those aren't the friendliest of things to see.
Yeah, what I was going to say about the bubbles is that they... I've watched some crowd control races of different games where they invert your controls as one of the things that you can buy to mess with the runners. So seeing invert controls on the red bubbles here, that is not something fun to have happen to you. You don't want to deal with invert controls if you can help it.
Sass is trying desperately to avoid the inverse again. Now, with his wand, you'll see Caracarn clear these rooms a little bit more efficiently.
Caracarn also got a clock. That made it even more efficient.
Yeah, where Sausage has to use more of his bombs, unfortunately. Gonna get his compass, though, so he'll be able to tell where to go.
And Sausage just got that as well, so he's gonna go for a walk that way now. No bomb upgrade for Caracarn, who is 30 short. Oh, shoot.
Yeah, you can't walk through the shirt room, unfortunately.
Fun fact about that shoot room, too, the middle block on the left side is the one that pushes and the staircase appears in the upper right. That's why it's a one-way shoot room if you ever end up finding yourself appearing in that room.
Sausage unfortunately uses his key and finds out the bad news that that key was not necessary.
Bet you wishes he could have that key back.
Gotta take out some ropes in a dark room. Sausage is gonna leave for now and come back later once he has a better offensive weapon, I think.
He may also just wait for more keys to come back as well to see if he can make his way through there. But definitely he needs to go to level 1, find that rod. That'd be a good weapon for him to pick up right now.
So that was a fun Triforce room, just some Lemola.
Yeah, it could be a lot worse.
It wasn't bad for Caracarn because he has the wand. Sausage may have had some fun with that.
Ooh, we have taken a cave under the power bracelet, one of the power bracelet spots here. Gets us for... Well, He has 6 hearts now. He can make a play on the white sword item when he finds it. He'll be guaranteed to get it at this point.
DM Stewart, all of our items are in the lower left, but the bow was the armorless item. So we're still on the hunt for quite a few dungeons. We haven't seen 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, or 8 yet.
I don't think we've seen level 9 yet either, no.
No, we haven't.
Just saw the 2 dungeons so far, that's right. And I took a quick look at that door repair there. That was a 21 rupee door repair on Caracarn's side a moment ago as well. So he finds one of the 114 big secrets.
You know, we would have been remiss to mention that we are actually playing with a standard overworld. We don't have the fun of a version.
Yeah, this is standard. I always like seeing the mirrored overworld. And the vanilla blue ring shop is now cleared out by Caracarn. Just 18 more rupees as a small secret. That's a rather large small secret, actually.
Yeah, definitely above average, so not bad. Now, once that Caracarn finds an arrow shop, he'll probably, well, with his wand, he might save his money at this point. Until he finds out he actually needs the wooden arrows.
Ooh, we have level 7. We may get some intel here. And from that position, I'm immediately thinking that could be our spiral.
DM Stewart, this is a mixed quest overworld, so it's going to have parts of both, pretty much. It's looking like this is first quest.
No, that's the very top. This is not the spiral. This is first quest, I think.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure this is first quest 7.
Because I know the level 8 one goes all the way along the top row, and that means that you wouldn't get up there if you were level 7.
Exactly, so we're actually playing with a straight first quest dungeon set.
Oh, and SassageLink gets assailed by the blue danger noodles, some people call them.
So having a straight first quest dungeon set's interesting because it's not gonna have any walkthrough walls. We don't have any kind of set quest staircases, so that kind of makes it a little bit more on the tangible side for someone who's not familiar with second quest.
It also makes levels like level 9 much more painful to go through because it's a much bigger, more open map with more staircases. So it's going to be a lot more tracking they have to do in terms of where to go when we do get to that point. The Great Equalizer, as we like to call it, could definitely play a role today. We'll find out when we get there, obviously. Right now, Caracarn does have a 2 Triforce lead as we play on here.
On the inverse of that, though, yes, level 9 will be a little bit more taxing, possibly. On the inverse of that, though, 7 and 8 will be a little bit more manageable.
That's right. And I know that 7 and 8 in second quest, they can be awful because the bait blocks, if they appear right in those thin columns of rooms, you don't know if it's needed or not until you find a staircase that goes back there or not. So that can be a bit nasty to deal with as well. No cave there for SassageLink. Caracarn checking Vanilla 1 right now. There's his board 7.
Yeah, Sassage is heading in the right direction. As long as he goes back down to the forest, he'll find level 1.
I think he'll be happy to pick up the rod out of there.
Not just the wand, but the any key.
Yeah, especially the rod, though, for combat. Ooh, he almost got, Caracarn almost got grabbed by the pancake, but he got the last hit in. Oh, there's a free compass. That is all the way across the map, just 6 rooms to the west, or 5 rooms to the west.
Question is there a straight path over to it? So far, yes. The game might not be that kind, though.
Maybe not. Nice kill there, forced to bomb drop, and the game is kind.
So it does have to transverse these pack of lamolas, though. I think that's what knocks Sausage out of this room.
He left before the last hit was delivered to the one lamola. They are going to respawn, and he took a death.
Yeah, unfortunately, when you leave before killing the last part of the lamola, the whole snake comes back.
But if one of the snakes is killed, the other one will despawn if you later revisit that room. Ooh, very... Oh, he took a hit at the end there, but he did get those 2 snakes killed. Got a fairy out of one of them.
There's a few tricks you can do to make those limos a little bit more manageable. You can always just hop into a block, for example, and kind of take care of them that way. I'm very curious if Caracarn will just grab this Triforce and gamble on the item or not.
Well, this is a level 7 that people don't like to dig, so it will be interesting to see what he decides to do here for sure.
This is going right for the Triforce room, so it wouldn't surprise me to see him just grab it and bail.
Oh, just 2 skeletons. This is not bad.
So he might come back here after he gets some hints, or he may just come back here when the game forces him to come back, but I don't think he's going to stay for right now.
Yeah, he doesn't want to dig right now. SassageLink, meanwhile, finding heart number 7, so he's at least in a very much healthier position than Caracarn, but still a little bit behind. He has to have his... actually, still hasn't found level 1 either yet.
He is going in the right direction, though, so he should be finding it pretty soon.
And level 8 staircase does give away today. 18 rupees under there. Beavers have to be one of the enemies I hate the most in Zelda. They just pop up in front of you. They're so rude.
That's why you'll see a lot of runners kind of walking like a zigzag pattern instead of them taking like a straight line. That way they can't do that.
Exactly.
And Sausage just found level 2, so this is actually another nice dungeon, kind of. The item could be combat blocked, or it's going to be right out on the floor.
I think that was a letter. Maybe that wasn't the letter shop, but or it was a hint for the magical sword location, perhaps. Which obviously is not a magical sword today.
So, speaking about hints, we just found some. However, we don't have a book yet, so we aren't going to be able to see what they say to us.
By the way, we're getting a new level on SassageLink's side. Level 2 we have not seen yet.
Lovely bubblegum pink. And there's just a quick Triforce.
Yeah,
Let's see if he grabs that or not. Gonna pass it for now so he doesn't have to deal with those Lamolas again.
And the door locks behind him, which is convenient.
Nice job killing one of them.
Snake didn't grab the fairy, so I guess he's happy with his health, and he's in a mugger room, but hey, he bombed his way in, he can just walk right out.
One bomb left and 1 key, so we'll see where he goes now.
He's gonna keep going up for a while to see what he can find.
And he gets liked, so that's gonna send him back to start. Without some kind of melee offensive, we can't really do much with those likes at the moment.
And when you get like by the like, you really don't like it.
So you see Caracarn heading over that way also, so he should be fighting level 2 here momentarily also. With his wand, though, he'll be able to take care of those Lamolas a little bit easier.
Yeah, SassageLink just got nailed by another of those blue Lamolas.
Yeah, it's the kind of situation where, as you can see, Caracarn just blasting their faces off. Sausage can't unfortunately do that without the wand, so he really has to find level 1.
That may actually be a huge difference in this seed. If he doesn't find level 1 soonish, then it's going to make his combat just all the harder, and that's going to give Caracarn a huge advantage as the race goes on.
I didn't catch what it was that Caracarn just picked up. I want to say it was just a key, but I'm not positive.
I just saw a key on the desert floor, if that's what you're talking about.
No, this room right here that he was just in.
Oh, I didn't catch that either. Hopefully chat can fill us in on that.
It was either a key or a heart, I'm not positive. No, it was the compass. Thank you, Moida, I think I
Yep.
said.
And there's the flashing square showing us where it is right now, right above him.
So with his wand, he'll be actually able to fight these pancakes, whereas Sassage couldn't. We'll see if this is our item here. Thankfully, this is for Sassage. It's not.
Ooh.
Well, it was a recorder, and it was in a room I don't think that Sassage could have cleared at the moment.
Well, that's going to be a location that Caracarn can check out when he does the save and quit again.
Now, with his recorder, Caracarn can check a bunch of overworlds. Plus, with the power burst, the portal is pretty much open to him, other than possibly a raft block.
Yeah, the only thing that can really cause problems now is, as you said, a raft lock, because that would still leave 2 squares up to play. Now, you can screen scroll into one of those doing an around the world scroll, but it is still considered a required raft if you don't know how to do that. We're going to get our flute check right now. Oh, no, maybe not.
Interesting. Caracarn just did a retry.
Did he really just do a retry?
Yeah, I wonder why. That was interesting.
That is interesting. So that means he doesn't have the flute or the Triforce anymore.
Okay, he must have saved after the dungeon, then did a retry by accident. I'm not sure. Oh, okay. He did the retry just to get his money back from a door repair.
Ah.
Alright, so Sassage is looking for something. He's gonna get some more of those $6 bombs. Let's see where he goes next. He's really got it up to the Lost Souls, got level 1. I believe it was up where the Vanilla 5 was, if I'm not mistaken.
And SassageLink is burning the trees on Candle Row right now, and now he's going to return to the lake at the start, and he doesn't have his flute yet, so he can't do that yet.
It looks like Caracarn might be going to the coast at this point. Has enough bombs to take care of it. I guess not.
The tree did not give way for Caracarn on that screen. This one did, however. And we just found expensive meat.
Sassage finding level 8. Another nice dungeon to find. It does have 2 items. So hopefully for him, he gets his red candle here.
I haven't seen a lot of wizards yet. I'm starting to think they're going to have to show up in this level somewhere. Which should not be good for him.
Oh, we got Guria.
So far, huh? Not bad.
Squishy Guria, too.
Oh, well, hi there.
Always nice to have Gurias that go down to just a candle shot, because they drop bombs for you.
Ooh, lots of Gurias in this level. So we have Gurias and Tektites so far. Very interesting combination.
Caracarn gonna use his flute and see if we can find a level here in the desert. So we have a potential staircase here in level 8. We'll see if Sassage can sneak into it or not.
This room that Sassage is in is a little ugly. We have a blue Guria, we have bubbles, we have a bunny, and we have some hands along the walls.
Nice clip by Sassage. Unfortunately, just a transport.
And you're gonna avoid the grabby grabs.
And Caracarn finding some expensive potions.
Some bombs in our Triforce room in level 8.
It looks like Caracarn will be fighting level 8 here momentarily as well. And that is a Gomit blocking a possible push block.
That is a possible push block. I saw that too. That could be an item. And if that was where the silver arrows would be, that would be not a very friendly situation, having to go buy arrows to get the silver arrow.
With his Zeniki, Caracarn can just say, I don't need to pirouette, I'm just going to go forward.
Why waste time you don't have to?
Exactly. You're seeing SassageLink spend a little more time without that resource advantage. Caracarn finding a room with a lot of lag, bubbles, punnies, and turrets.
Oh, Sass taking a death to the Gurias.
Let's see, nice one-shot on that manhandler by Caracarn.
Right now dealing with some wall masters over the wall. Both runners are, I think they're in the same room actually.
Yeah, again, it's just kind of that situation where we see Caracarn not having to play the door games, while Sassage has to kind of go in and out and try to get enemies to respawn, just so he can use his candle a second time.
Yeah, that's a huge difference in combat because being able to stay in the room and finish the job in one go and not having to waste time on screen scrolls just to regenerate your weapon is definitely significant when you come to difference in time between runners here. And Sass is realizing. Oh, another Goma.
Now, this is one of our items here in level 8. We'll see what it is.
It definitely is. He's going to try and clip in now, I think. He doesn't have to kill all these spiders to do that. The item is the raft.
So, while it's not the best thing we want to see, we do have a couple more dungeons at large. And it does open up the rest of the overworld for him. So at least Caracarn knows he won't be blocked from finding anything. So that's kind of a relief. It's 10 seconds to pick up something that's probably useless, but you see it, you may as well get it.
I think there are like 4 levels left we haven't found either. 4, 5, 6, and 9 I think are all still missing.
Yes, we still have all of Death Mountain. We have a couple more power bursts and recorder spots, so there's still a lot of ways they can go.
Exactly.
They're pretty close to the coast draft spot, though, so they'll probably check that one before they move away from here.
Exactly, I would expect that too. So, there's a heart container for Caracarn. Now on equal health. Oh, look, we have Ganon's room, and we have some dolls in there.
Nice bomb placement by Sassage. Guess I think that was 4 or 5 grids, just one bomb.
I didn't catch the number, but it was a very good bomb placement, agreed. Now we have a bunny in the room.
Tektite just kind of blocking his path out.
There's the lion's head, so if you need a visual confirmation that this was First Coast level 1, there you go. That's
to quote Jam Eviler, I am still not convinced. So Sassage is left with just one bunny. I'm gonna leave and try to reconnect it, and we have seen that bunnies will disappear, and just get left with a Gary. Gets
on
his
the
map
bottom
for his
row.
trouble.
Yeah, it gets met by that Goma down there.
Yeah, the more this level 8's going on, the more I think that Goma's going to be having our second item, because I think between both runners we've seen every room.
Yeah, I think that is going to be our second item right there.
So, Scooty Puff Jr., boards are basically just levels. That's all that means. So we need all 8 boards or levels, and then we have to get into level 9 to kill Ganon and eventually find Zelda. So basically it just means all levels, that's all that means.
SassageLink arrives in the latest room full of Grias. We have a lot of Grias in the sea compared to... Usually you see some enemy that gets represented a lot in the sea. Sometimes it's the Dark Nut, sometimes it's the Wizrobe. Today it seems to be the Squishy Goria.
So you'll see on Caracarn Side House's board, and on Sassage it will say level. Since it's just a cosmetic difference, it has no effect on the gameplay. The randomizer kind of lets you pick which option you want. Standard is level, as you see on Sassage. Caracarn picked the option to change that. Kind of like sprite color, or sprite from Link to the Past. Since it has no direct bearing on the seed itself, it's kind of up to the player what they want to do. But the seed is still the same.
Now this is interesting. Caracarn did find the Triforce at level 8, and he did bail, so I think he's come to the conclusion that the Goma most likely does have to be dispatched to get that second item. So it'll be interesting to see if he decides with 172 rupees, whether he decides this is a good time to buy those arrows, or whether to hold up that maxed out his wallet, so he's 255 now. I would probably buy those arrows now.
Well, actually, I don't know if we saw this room. Okay, yeah, that's the other side of this transport. Okay. So yeah, our Goma definitely has our item then.
And this is a gambling game, which doesn't do any good because he has max money. There's level 5.
And Caracarn does find level 5. So we got, what, 4, 6, and 9 left to open still?
That's by my math correct. Ooh, an ISU room.
Sassage finding his raft. Might be a little bit disappointed that it's only the raft after all the work he's put into it. Does open up 2 spots though, so if it's necessary, then he'll be happy.
We found the Wizzies.
Yeah, they were bound to show up sooner or later.
I already had a feeling they were at level 9. We haven't seen a lot of them, so we're probably going to see them at level 9 today.
Looks like our Stalfos are common enemy though. They'll probably be the ones that are in most dungeons.
Look at that plethora of red bubbles. There's very little opportunity to run away from all 6 of those at once. And Link hides in behind the Gleeok and takes the damage, gets the medicine out.
So this is a Triforce room, so this Gleeok is required.
And he got the Triforce out. Will he take it? Not yet. Oh, now he will.
I was gonna say I may have left and come back in to pick that up, but now the Gleeok will be back.
So looking back at SassageLink, he is still working on level 8 here. I think he is just intent focusing on that second item location. I think he's seen most of the levels, so I'm actually surprised he's still digging here.
Well, he hasn't gotten his Triforce yet. That's probably why he's going back for it.
Okay.
I believe it's in this room right here.
Yeah, it is this room. He still doesn't have the rod either, which is not helping at all, because that's still buried in level 1 for him, which Caracarn found right away, and there's level 6.
Now, Caracarn, level 6, we're not going to be able to do much. We need to find that later.
We're done for now in level 6.
So level 6 is just like, nope.
I commented in chat about our communal message of the day. Hi, Groot, you seem to be in a lot of places. being pointed out.
Sassage, unfortunately, not killing that last bat in level 8 to see his Triforce.
It's
And
being pointed out.
Caracarn is going to pick up arrows. I'll
Yes,
be very
he
curious
is.
to see if he goes right back to level 8 now.
I expect him to do that. It's interesting to point out as well that there's some suggestions in chat that the ladder could be under that Gleeok as well that is needed for level 6. So since Caracarn found that ladder block, I'm fairly sure that might be what's on his mind, needing the arrows to kill that Goma just in case that's needed for further access.
Well, good news, Sassage is in the right area to get his wand. He's got to make up some time, though. But with the wand, anything's still possible. 114 large secret, so nice money pickup.
And SassageLink as well also has a full wallet right now.
So we have Wizards and Lionels. So that's actually going to be the fun part of the seed.
Yeah, this will be the fun level. And I've seen my share of Goma's blocking stairways and moving at just the wrong time. Okay, looks like Caracarn tried to go down the staircase to reset the Goma and get a quicker shot at the eye. Don't think it worked out very much in his favor.
Well, he's looking for the item, because he knows he needs his ladder now.
He's working on the Wizards right now. That was a very, that was a single hit kill, another single hit kill. So, moving north. I am Groot. Ah, well, he doesn't need that key, so he's not going to clip across for that.
Well, he can't clip across where he doesn't have a ladder.
That too. So he's going to take the transport staircase at this point, nothing else for him to do.
Caracarn able to go to the lower part of the dungeon. Can't bomb up there.
He does find a bomb hole on the left. And more Wizards and Lionels, and also some sword fleeing Snuffles, I believe. Well, there's a potential ladder block.
And that potential ladder block is potentially blocking our item too, depending on if it's not in one of these last 5 or 6 rooms here. And of course, it's probably right here. Trails is 100% Quest 1 dungeons. They got lucky as far as that goes. And this will be our item here in level 5. And it's just a red candle, so Caracarn's gonna say, no, I don't need you at 50 minutes in.
Yeah, I think as soon as he got the rod, the red candle was no longer of interest to him.
Now, Sassage would have loved that, I'm sure.
Yeah, he would have picked that up easily.
And unfortunately, Sassage is again going away from the Vanilla 5 area. Caracarn can go check out his raft. That's going to be interesting to see if there is an item here or not.
Now, it's worth noting, and I feel this is important to point out, it looks like this could be a runaway right now based on the Triforce count. I know it's easy to think that, but I have seen races personally. I've called races personally where a runner has been 4 or 5 Triforces behind, pulled it up, came even, and brought it back in level 9, the Great Equalizer, to end up with a win. So, this is not over.
Level 1 is right there in the Vanilla White Sword Cave Trails. And that is where Sassage may be heading, so he still has a chance. He just has to make some time.
Yep, he's 2 screens away, not counting the Lost Woods climb he's doing right now. Good time to pick up a 4-pack of bombs in SassageLink's opinion. And another
it's $6. You might as well fill up.
And another 4-pack of bombs.
No, he still hasn't gotten arrows yet, so if that Goma has our silvers, or our ladder, for example, that could be big.
Like a hint of some sort. No charge to the from the old man on that. And Groot offers 26 more rupees. And SassageLink is going to get his level 1. He will be happy to find that rod in here, and then even happier when he finds that magic key. Level 9 found.
I'd say there's level 9, blocked by the recorder down by the dead woods. That's a very interesting spot to have that. That's one of those spots that people tend to forget about. Sassage does find level 1 though, so he's on his path as long as he gets up to the Wanderer.
We now know that you must play the recorder tune to save the princess.
Eat My Steel, he's still looking for his level 4. Oh, he knows where level 6 is now. And he was looking for, he just found level 9. So yeah, we still need to find 4.
4 is indeed the only level that we have not seen yet from either runner.
Gonna check our second raft spot here. And no vanilla today.
Yep. The phrase "sail not to save the princess" has meaning.
Sassage thankfully has 3 keys, so as long as he full explores here, he will find his item. And with it being level 1, I'm sure he will. That Octorok just sniping Caracarn. Good shot by the Octorok.
Ouch.
Sometimes you just gotta tip your hat up to the Octorok. It's kind of like little Linos where they kind of just snipe you from out of nowhere.
And looks like Caracarn is coming by Waterfall Cave, going over the Lost Hills. Checking the staircase. And finds Groot again.
$14 bombs. Caracarn is most likely going to go over to a Death Mountain now on this route. So we'll see if level 4 is hiding up there. The one thing that Death Mountain will hold for us.
Well, he can't get in that cave yet, so we'll come back there later.
But he knows it's a possibility now, so
yep.
That's in the back of his mind that he still has to come back here. Maybe. That's a lovely screen of death.
So many friendly creatures. Maybe not.
Yeah, that last Darknut just kind of giving Caracarn a little bit of the runaround. Sash picks up his Triforce in level 1, gonna give him a second on the map.
And let's hope he goes in and digs immediately. That Triforce, of course, was blocking the way to the right where one of the items' magical key was located. The rod was just picked up as a floor item. He is not going back in. I don't think he picked up either item. I don't think this is going to go well for SassageLink, leaving both items on the table, it looks like, in level 1. Okay, so SassageLink went back to the starting screen again. Caracarn is checking out the vanilla entrance to death area, and is back to the passage and screens of death here, which I always like to call these very narrow passageways along the top of the map. Does a screen scroll to get through the enemies there. The bomb does not go off, so no effect there. And we can gamble, but he says no thank you. And another nice screen scroll to get through all the dark nuts there without having to fight any of them. And the rock does not push in the staircase. That is not promising. And Caracarn takes a dirt nap outside vanilla level 1. Unfortunate death, and going back to the beginning once again. For those wondering, Dark Falls will be back with us in a moment. Had to leave the keyboard for a moment, so it shouldn't be long. Should be back shortly. I'll be with you for the time being here, as Caracarn taking out some Octoroks outside Vanilla 1, and SassageLink in a room with some red bubbles. I don't think he got hit by any of them, so it looks like he is still under good shape here. He is back in level 1. He is killing the bunnies. He is going to be happy to find the item in here. Does not appear the rod is marked on his tracker yet, so he may not have picked that up yet, but he is finding the any key. That, I'm sure, will make him a little happier. I can't wait for his reaction when he finds it. There's level 4. We finally know where level 4 is. It's up in the middle of the map near in the Death Mountain area. And ooh, that army of red bubbles there to greet him. And Caracarn picks up the compass, so he knows immediately where the Triforce in level 4 is, but I think what's more important for him at this point is where the ladder is, because the ladder is going to be needed to get into level 6. This could be it. Nope, that's the red ring. So that red ring is going to pretty much quadruple his defenses. Anything that would damage you for a heart before, now only damage you for a quarter heart. You don't see it on the health monitor when that happens. You have to take 2 hits for it to register on the health meter, but it does only give you a quarter of a heart damage, and in some cases, then that's a lot of hits you can take from an enemy if you are trying to get through something.
Sasage has gone back to level 8, so we'll see what the Argoma is hiding possibly, as long as he got those arrows.
He did get the magic key and rod at level 1 as well, so he is armed with
Yeah, I saw that.
Taking a quick scan at the items that we still have available here. I'm looking at levels 1 to 5, which we have fully marked. For example, the rod was in 1, the recorder was in 2, among others. The candle, of course, in 5. If you didn't have a rod, you wanted repeatable offense. Wrap being at 8, so it looks like level 6 and level 7. We obviously have not seen level 6 yet. I don't think we found the item in level 7. Obviously, we don't know what's in 9 yet. And did we actually see what the coast item was yet?
No, we have not.
I find that interesting that we have not had a look at that. Even though we don't have the ladder yet and can't pick it up yet, it's still good intel to know what that is. And there is the ladder, speaking of that, so we might see that coast item very soon. Ladder and raft in 8.
Chat saying that there's bombs on the coast.
Oh, with bombs on the coast. Excellent.
But ladder now opens up level 6 for Caracarn.
And in knowing when they say bombs on the coast, just for anyone who is watching for the first time, I believe that would be, that's the replacement for the white sword and also for the magical sword, since we don't have swords in this. But the white sword, when, as does the normal white sword item, the white sword itself, once in the game, it gets shuffled around. So those bombs represent the white sword in the item pool.
Interesting that level 4 is still hiding. I'm thinking it might be the Forgotten.
We found level 4. He's actually about 1 screen away from it, I think. It's actually 1 more over. And this is where level 4 is, right here.
I'm assuming he was ladder blocked.
He got in here before. I didn't catch what drove him out. I did see the red bubbles in here. I didn't catch what drove him out, though. Okay, this much I did. Yeah, it was a ladder block. I didn't see him go in this room, so it was a ladder block.
So ladder definitely needed for both levels 4 and 6. Bubbles have an interesting feature now. They invert your controls, and once we get to the Elite 8 flags, they'll actually do a couple other things as well.
Caracarn now done Triforce number 7, just has to go find level 6. Now, I mentioned earlier, I was talking about the items and the levels earlier, just thinking what is left here. We don't know Lord Banana or Scrap Metal, which are the boomerangs. We're not going to care about those. We don't know yet where the silver arrows are. That we will care about. And we also don't know where the book or the individual heart container, I believe, are located. That should account for the 5 missing items in our pool here.
So remember what I was saying this one was about 56 minutes ago when we first started, that book will probably be in level 9?
Yeah, we might have a Bird in the Witch moment coming up here.
Caracarn, however, is in level 6.
That is the last level he needs before he himself can go to level 9.
Item in level 6 is the silver arrows.
He is pretty much good to go now. He's not going to care about the book at this point.
Nah, Caracarn has everything he needs to finish the sea at this point. Knows where level 9 is. Sacha put on a really good show, it just getting that late wand kind of hurt.
Yeah, Caracarn finding that rod early made a huge difference. It made his combat a lot easier, and Sassage had a much harder time. So while it looks like Sassage is way behind, it's like he obviously didn't have a good run, and some people newer to the game might think, well, maybe he's not as skilled. Doesn't mean that at all. It just means that Caracarn just had a much better situation. He found the item he needed earlier. It could have been the other way around. Sassage could have been the one to find the rod early and had an easy time. So it can go either way with any seed. Anyone can beat anyone on any day.
It was just a matter that Caracarn went and checked Manila 5 right away. And that's really all that came down to.
Yep.
That transport in level 6 not helping at all. We're going to go the long way.
Oh, and Dig Dogger. Oh, we found a bomb hole. And if he can go straight down all the way, he will have his final Triforce.
Last stand in, no swords means just that. They will not find a sword in this scene.
Oh, look at this. A straight path down the Triforce. What do we have in the Triforce room? Free Triforce on the ground. Level 9 is now available for Caracarn. We have several things just really 2 things at this point that we're looking for in level 9. You want me to go ahead and display that, or do you want to do that?
Go for it.
So the first thing we're going to look for in level 9, we do have the audio on Caracarn, so we will hear this. First thing we're going to look for in level 9 is the sound of squealing. That sound of squealing, which doesn't really sound like squealing, will be a sign that the pig is nearby, either up, down, left, or right from wherever your current location is. Caracarn can, at that point, go into that room, and if he can identify that room, and take out the pig. Now, if he comes to a shutter door that does not open while the enemies are defeated, like this one here, possibly, let's find out in a moment. As he gets a clock, very nicely done. That did not open. That is Zelda's room. We found her literally in the first room we accessed here, so we now know where Zelda is. When we come back to that room later, if the enemies are still alive, whacked again and is dead, that shutter door will open with the enemies still in the room. That's just a sign that the girl is there.
Level 8 being a little on the linear end. Chat bringing up a good point that it could have been wall mesh in this set. I don't think
that's
there were
possible.
wall meshes in the Wizrobe set, though. I could be wrong.
It could be. We'll have to come back to that room and find out. He may have already marked that as Zelda's room as well, thinking that was it. I don't remember seeing one in the wall when he came in. So I don't think there were wall masters in that room. We have Ganon. Ladies and gentlemen, here's Ganon.
So we either 7 or 8 hits with the wand, and then fish him off the silver arrow. Then we will be going back to see if that was in fact Zelda or not.
Great Sunlock. Got 5 hits on it. That's 7, 8. So we had vanilla 8 there. That was a short level 9. That was about, I'm going to look at the replay here, 7 rooms, 5 north and then 2 by themselves. He just took the staircase right next to Ganon. That was the girl.
Room was in fact Zelda's room. Caracarn goes through it. Going to rescue Zelda with an official SRL time of 1 hour, 1 minute, 4 seconds. Let's get some GG's in chat for Caracarn, please, for a heck of a race.
That was a very, very quick level 9. Very, very well done. And very well played seed, if I can say that as well. He found the right things right away, very early. And it led to a very, very simple completion of the seed.
Yeah, fighting that 10-minute wand definitely made a huge turnaround for Caracarn. Really well played all the way through. Let me go see who Caracarn has next.
While you do that, I'm just going to point out something here. I think it's now caught up. SassageLink has forfeit from the race. That just came up in SRL as I was inviting Caracarn to join us. So he has officially forfeit from the race. And we'll see if SassageLink also wants to join us to discuss this.
And we do have our Caracarn with us. GG, man, well played.
He says he can't hear in the SRL channel, so he may need a moment here.
GVSU Laker bringing up a good point. Tonight at 11 p.m. We will have Jay Cobra versus Chess Jerk. That's gonna be a lot of. Sorry, 10 p.m. That one's gonna be a lot of fun to watch.
I think it is 11 p.m. Eastern, is it not?
I thought it was 2200. Let me check.
When I looked at it, said, oh no, it is.
Yeah, it is 11 p.m.
Chess Jerk and Jay Cobra is 11 p.m. 2300. That's right. So, and I see that you're on the tracker for that one. So you definitely are going to be on that one later as well. That is going to be a great race. I was talking about that earlier when I was doing a Link to the Past and wrapping that up. I mentioned that's a really good race. So those are 2 really top runners, and that's a race to look forward to. That's a race to watch. So make sure you come check that out tomorrow. That one's slated for Speed Gaming 2, which is 1 higher than where we are now.
But that's for 11 p.m. Right now, we do have Caracarn with us. GG, Caracarn, well played.
I think your mic is not working, Caracarn. I see you lighting up and not hearing you.
We also do have Sassage with us. GG Sassage, tough seed. Well played, though.
Thank you.
Can you hear me now?
We do hear you, Caracarn.
Okay.
GG.
Yeah. I don't know why the Discord settings keep getting changed, but
Windows Update?
I have no idea. So yeah, that was an incredibly lucky start. I can't believe how lucky that was at the beginning with level 1 that early.
Yeah, that was a major turning point in the seed very early. You wouldn't expect a major turning point 10 minutes into the race, but SassageLink, I think, first found level 3, and I think level 1 was maybe the fourth or 5th level, I want to say, that he found. So you having that rod early got you going on a pretty good clip, clearing levels and getting Triforces. And it took SassageLink a little while to get going, unfortunately, just because he didn't find that level early like you did.
Yeah, and I mean, the fact that I was bombing orange Tektites to get that wand, I mean, if I had missed Because I didn't have that many bombs left. If I had missed too many bombs there, who knows when I would have gotten one.
That was 3 bombs well spent.
We do also have Sassage, GG Sassage, just a tough seed.
Thank you.
So, Sassage, thoughts on your seed? I know it wasn't as well as you had hoped, I'm sure, but you put up a good fight.
Actually, I feel like that should have been much better. I forgot I had the bow until I was about half cleared in level 1. Good 45 minutes in. Started moving really nicely after that, but I just waited way too long and forgot.
Other than that, Caracarn, you didn't really have too many holdbacks. The seed flowed really well for you. It looked.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it took me a little while to get the candle, and I actually didn't find the arrow shop for quite a while, so I actually missed the ladder. I found the well, I was just like, okay, well, I know that the silver arrows aren't in level 8, but then I didn't realize that the ladder at that time I didn't know that the ladder was required. So but yeah, I mean, other than that, yeah, that was really good seed. I had some really bad practice seeds, so I was kind of worried going into this, but with the way that started, and of course, first quest only dungeons made it fairly simple. Also, no mirrored overworld. Also.
Alright, so it looks like, Caracarn, you have the winner of Antlers and Zebgedney going forward. They are playing later on this week. Thoughts on either one of them?
Well, Antlers is the one that knocked me out of the last tournament, so we'll see.
A little bit of revenge, maybe?
Hopefully.
Don't let him knock you out this time. Come on.
And then, Sassage, you have Angry Larry in the secondary bracket. Thoughts on that?
Should be a good race. He's a good runner. I think that one could be anyone's game as long as I don't forget I have items I have.
Well, it'll be definitely fun to watch you guys going forward. Cyclone, any other final questions before we wrap out?
Nope, I think we're good to wrap up here. I just want to remind everyone again, make sure you come back for Chess Jerk and Jacob. We're up on Speed Gaming 2. That is in a little over 2 hours. Those of you looking for other items to watch in the meantime, coming up on this channel in about, let me get it back in front of me here, in about, I want to say about 51 minutes from now, we're going to have another race in the Link to the Past Randomizer League. That's between Duke Firebird of the Immortals and Jet082 of the Fendrana Drifters. Link to the Past Randomizer League, it's a thing now. That's at 10 o'clock if you need something to watch before the Zelda 1 randomizer, or watch both at the same time. Do double shift here.
Alright, so then with that, please follow both of our runners, Caracarn and SassageLink, for a heck of a race. Please follow my co-com, Cyclone GU, our tracker behind the scenes, Azarin. I was Darkfalls, so thank you all. We'll see you in about 2 hours for the next race. Have a great night, everyone.
And also follow Dark Falls as well. And good night, everyone. Thank you, everyone in chat, for being with us as well. If you're in the YouTube VOD, stay tuned for another race in this series, or this tournament. Otherwise, have a good night, everyone.